Why don't you and James come to live with me? I know Dad would approve, but it means that we can both escape the horrors of life with my brother. What do you say?
Oh, and I had a letter from...
You haven't got an audience. There's usually a lot of interest in the comings and goings here.
Oh, they won't think that I'm your new... Well, that we're lovers.
If you change your mind, I'm sure you can move back into Home Farm.
If I was there, people would probably assume I was having an affair with Chris.
We're not that twisted round here. He is my brother.
Unless you don't want me here.
Listen, I'd love the company. And having James.
Oh, good.
She's very pert, isn't she?
Now that I'm back, I think we better set out a few ground rules.
Yes, go.
That's rule 1, remember who's in charge. Rule 2, cut out the sexist jibes.
Well, what will I talk about? Zoe! You drop these.
Rule 2, Paddy, rule 2.
Sexist jibes.
Right, here's the future. Cheers.
Why are you so happy? We've just moved out of Home Farm. Can't be any worse than our place at the moment. If there's anything I can do.
Can you imagine what my dad would say if you turned up? He can't even tolerate social workers, but the friendly neighbourhood lesbian. He'd freak.
Less of the friendly.
So, how about... I feel at home here already.
Oh, you look it.
And I don't know if you need an intercom here, James. It's all small and cosy.
Well, you aren't in any state to deal with him if he does wake.
I'm hopeless when I've had a drink.
Why? What do you do?
I can't say.
Do you know? No, I'm intrigued.
You'd be shocked.
I can't believe that.
I'm wicked.
Why, have you done something really horrible, like sleep with a dingle?
Who told you? Well, I had you feel then, didn't I?
Sure enough to get up the duff.
Thank you, Paddy.
Well, I think she could cope.
Yeah, people are like animals, aren't they? It comes naturally, really.
Ah, would you care to change this nappy? Good morning.
Good night.
I'm so sorry, Zoe. I got drunk.
So I've heard. Well, the smell of this should make you feel a lot better.
Excuse me. Can I just have some aspirin and a shower first?
No, you can't. It's past 11 and I'm supposed to be going to visit my father in hospital.
Oh, how is he?
Fine, thank you, but I would like to see him. And if you want to make a fool of yourself with the local riffraff, I suggest you do it on your own time, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
A bit strong, wasn't it?
Haven't you got some calls to make?
I'm really sorry for what happened last night.
No, forget it.
I can't. Feels as though I made a right fool of myself.
Not at all.
You're a beautiful woman, Zoe. You must get men trying to seduce you all the time.
It happens.
Oh, so I suppose you thought it was just another chat up line.
No, I was very moved by what you told me.
That was the truth. But I'd rather it wasn't broadcast to everyone.
Understood. Forgotten. We'll just continue with our normal working relationship.
Thanks. Couldn't it be a little more than that? No, I know it couldn't be that sort of relationship. But we can be close friends, can't we?
My point of view, Steve, if I'm attracted to someone, do I settle for just being friends, or do I ask for something more and risk being told I'm a freak? Or even losing the friendship?
Or do you have someone in mind?
I'm just going to take James to the clinic. Did you want anything in Houghton?
No, it's okay, Sophie. I'm off on my ride soon. I'll see you when I get back.
Okay, see ya.
I was talking hypothetically.
Oh.
Oh, cheers, thanks. I'm glad I ran into you. About this morning.
Yeah.
I'll treat everything you told me in confidence, and I'd be grateful if you did the same with anything I might have said.
Of course. I wish you'd trust me a bit more, Zoe. I don't want to make any judgments about you or your life. I just want to be your friend. Yeah, thanks, Mindy.
Thanks, darling. Steve, I know you mean well, but you haven't been in long enough to know what life in a village is all about.
If you mean gossip, I've already had my share. Life's too short to let those sort of people get to you.
It's easy for you to say. I am not just a lesbian, I am a tape, so everything I do ends up under the magnifying glass.
Look, Zoe, if there's somebody who means so much to you, you ought to tell them. If you don't, you'll spend the rest of your life regretting it.
I could end up doing that either way.
You can't lose what you haven't got.
Zoe, I've got the appointment book up to date. Is there anything else you want me to do before I go?
No, it's okay, Linda. You get off to the wine bar.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. See ya.
Looks like James isn't going to wake up for a while, so you can get off early too if you want. It's your night off, isn't it?
Yeah, but I haven't really got anything planned.
Oh. Well, you can always stay and have a meal with me if you've got nothing better to do.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Great. Do you have a bottle of wine while I'm cooking? Which do you prefer, red, white?
I'll let you decide that. I'm sure you know more about it than me.
Maybe I'll cook something special. I haven't done any serious cooking since, well, it never seems worth making anything elaborate when you're just on your own.
Can I help? Not exactly cordon bleu class, but, well, I quite enjoy cooking.
Great. So what shall we drink to?
Well, here's to us.
Let me...
Everything seems to be bubbling along nicely.
Oh, should I get that?
No, no need. It'll switch through to the emergency number. Local will deal with it.
I see. You're having a night off too.
Oh, I decided we could do without interruptions. Gives us a chance to get to know each other better. Sophie, I don't think I could have got through these last few months without you.
It must have been a nightmare. Kim disappearing and then your father being charged.
Most people in your position would have got out at the first sign of trouble. I know you could have found another job if you wanted, but I'm just glad you stayed.
I wouldn't let you down, Zoe.
No, I know, and you've just been wonderful with James, but I want you to see me as more than your boss. I want us to be friends. Close friends.
Try and make the custard.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know. It's not something I've ever had to deal with before. I've been out with a few boys, but none of them ever meant anything.
Well, maybe you've just not met the right one. That's what I used to tell myself. It's what Dad still thinks.
You know that's not true.
Not for me. Look, I don't want to push you into anything. Maybe it's best we just forget this conversation ever took place.
Maybe I don't want to forget it.
I'm out. In your position. On my desk by lunchtime.
Oh, no. Steve deals with that sort of thing then?
Got other things to talk to him about.
Okay.
All this means I'm not going to have a lot of spare time. I want you and James to move back into home farm. I need my son with me. I take it that's not inconvenient.
Of course not, Mr. Tate.
Glad to hear it. Must be time for James's morning walk. Pretty girl.
Yes, she is.
There's a lot to be done, and I need your help. I wouldn't want there to be any distractions.
Don't you ever get fed up with babies?
Hi. Well, it'd be a bit of a problem in my job.
Since Em gave birth, they've been the only topic of conversation at our place. She's feeding, does napping need changing, has she got wind?
I'm fed up with it.
Well, it just seems a bit of a waste of time. You feed her, change her, wind her, then a couple of hours later you need it all again.
Yes?
You would have thought they would have invented a computer to plug them into by now.
Oh, that put me on the dole.
It's not so bad. All you have to worry about is cashing your gyro.
Yeah.
It's got to be better than working for the tape.
Yeah, I must admit, that does have its problems sometimes.
I'm giving you a hard time.
No, just the opposite. I don't think they're going to invent a computer to solve this one.